Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tomomi Gariano, a certified Zentangle teacher. Today is day 16 of Inktober 2023. Today's tangle is Walnutz by Ildica Boyd. So you can pretty much guess from the name where the inspiration for this tangle is coming from. Walnuts. So I happen to have a bunch of walnuts here. These are cute little walnuts. And they're cute. So there's a tiny little walnut. I never seen walnut shell this small. I'm used to seeing much bigger ones in the States, but these ones I found. I was taking a walk near my hotel when I was in Hokkaido, so I picked up several of these walnuts shells because they're just so cute. And I haven't done anything yet, but I was thinking about, well, I had actually something that I want to show you later, probably not in this video, regarding these walnuts, so stay tuned. But so if you see the step out, you can see how she started from little star shape in the middle. You can see like a little star shape in the middle when you put 5 walnuts together like this. That's how she starts her step out with 5 dots to create a star. So if you can draw a star comfortably, you really don't need to even do the 5 dots. You can just start drawing the star shape. But as you can see, if you study this shape, you know, when you add these curvy lines of walnuts, it creates this beautiful organic shape in the middle. I mean, you can simplify this into a star shape, but I think since I have walnuts here handy, I'm gonna create this shape first, and then I will follow Ildica's step out. If you want to see her step out, you can follow the link from the comment section on the tangle list, and you can let's see, I'm gonna actually do 5 dots because I wanna maybe something like this, kind of uneven, but all these walnuts were uneven too. So I'm gonna create this sort of shape. So my aim is to create a star shape, but rather a little more organic star shape. You can ignore what I'm doing, just follow the original step out to create more of a geometric star. So once you have this star-ish shape, you are creating kind of almost like a heart, but not quite. Again, this is a very organic shape. I like this. Kind of, I'm not even worrying about the evenness as a flower. You know, it kind of looks like flower at this point, but what makes this look more like a walnut is here you can see this shape that she's gonna draw. She's drawing her step out as a next step. So you're kind of auraing, but instead of auraing all this shape, you're kind of diverting from here and create a big dip. So aura, a heart-like shape, but create a deep dip like this. Aura and dip. So the step out is quite simple, and if you know what walnut is, how walnut should look like. This should be pretty easy. But sometimes you know how we're so used to seeing walnuts in like almost like ready to eat form. So it's already cracked and peeled and ready to use for baking and in your cereal and in your breakfast and just in your trail mix, whatever. So perhaps some of you, depending on like where you grew up, you might have never seen walnuts. I know in the state, it's pretty common. I've seen walnuts trees, but usually the walnuts that I used to seeing in the States were much bigger. So this one I picked up in Hokkaido were about the size that I'm drawing a bijou tile. So you can see how small it is. So I think because it's like it's so handy to have walnuts here. I don't know, I want to ink in entirely, but kind of want to create a dark spot. I don't know why I ended up auraing around, but as I was talking, I feel like, oh, I can aura this. So I'm gonna kind of create dark spot here first to see how this is gonna work. I may ink in entirely, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna start from just gently inking in maybe just a top half. I am totally experimenting this, so I don't know where I'm going with this, but I can always do more, but once I do it, it's hard to take it back. So I'm gonna just play with the first one to see if I think I like this. I'm gonna do something like this. I want to make maybe at least top half really dark and bottom half just creating this prickling line to gradually go lighter. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use my brush pen to quickly create a dark spot. I believe I used brush pen a few days ago as a different tangle when I had a big inked in space. Brush pen is always my go-to tool for inking in large area because it gives a really nice pointed pen tip like this, and also by changing the angle you can get really nice quick way to ink in a big space. So that's my go-to tool. So I have my top part inked in, and just like walnuts, just like natural walnuts, each one of them is going to be a different. In the nature, when you look at leaves and flowers, anything that's in the nature, even though they belong to the same kind of, even though they're same species, none of two, that's a funny English, none of them are exactly the same. So even your walnut drawing, don't have to sweat to make them look alike. And of course, that's what you want to do. It's a good practice to have a consistent stroke, consistent look. But I always tell my student, if you just want to draw exactly the same line, you can just use machine to copy and paste. They do so much better job than humans. I mean, I know some of the artists has a very, very steady hand and they can produce same line, but as long as, the humans are doing, I think it's gonna be, even with the expert artists, it's gonna be a little difference each time. So I think that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes this unique when humans do. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit of texture on this outer aura. Just giving a little texture, not too dark. I could ink in here too, but again, you can always ink in later to just create a drama and also kind of sort of cover up whatever you didn't like that you've done on the paper. So just experiment first, and if you don't like it, you can ink in later, always. And maybe I'll add texture here too. That's really cute. I like it. I'm so glad that I have an actual walnut to study right here. It was so handy. Like that. There you go. And then I will do shading. So here it's gonna be still a little dark. I'm gonna blend this into black ink filled space. Yes, I like taking walks in the nature, just listening to the bird and just looking at different plants, flowers, and unexpected encounter with different animals. Hopefully not the scary ones, but it's that's where I get recharged. So unfortunately, I live in the middle of big city Tokyo in Shibuya, so nature is not as close as it used to be when I was in Seattle, but still, right by my house is a nice trail, so I can take a walk, and I don't see a whole lot of wildlife happening because we're in the middle of big city, but occasionally I see birds and actually a lot of skaters in the summertime and crickets in the fall, and people walking dogs. And where I used to live in Seattle, I used to walk my dog. He was my walking buddy, hiking buddy, and we encountered coyotes, bobcat, bear sometimes, and lots of deer, raccoon, pheasants, and quails. What else? What else did we see? Yeah, those are pretty common where I used to live, and luckily I haven't encountered cougar, but I've heard of people encountering cougar in the neighborhood too. That's a little scary. I mean, bear can be scary too, but if you know what to do or what not to do, rather, in most cases, you're fine. And So in Hokkaido, it was fun to see a bunch of deer. Also, I've seen some fox and some birds and butterflies that we don't see in mainland. And I didn't see bear, but I've seen the signs of bear sighting. And yeah, it was a nice vacation this summer. It was a little cooler. It wasn't quite as hot as in Tokyo, so that gave me a little break from the heat. There you go. I miss having my dog too. I had a West Highland White Terrier. He's a little guy, but he was packed with energy, packed with stubbornness, and good-spirited guy. Just not the obedient kind. He was a very smart dog, but not in the obedient way. He would like to figure out his own thing, and if you leave him long enough, he'll kind of like a problem to solve, he'll find a creative way to solve the problem. That's what I love about my dog Leo. And he was a perfect hiking companion. We used to do a long hike, and oh my gosh, that little guy, we would hike, like on an easy day we would do like, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 miles hike, and that's like nothing for him. I'm like, oh, that was a good exercise, I'm ready for a nap. But he's like, oh, okay, can I do another hike? I'm like, no, we're not doing another hike. We're done. I am done. But he's like, oh, let's go. So I usually, well, he's a white dog, he gets dirty and he needs more exercise. So I usually ended up taking him for a swim after a long hike, and he would swim and catch the frisbee and swim and bring back to me, and just go on and on till I'm exhausted throwing frisbee. And then I'll just let him run through the grass to let him self-dry himself. That was really fun. So anyways, this was Walnutz, day 16 of Inktober. I will see you tomorrow. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye now.